Today on Nathan and Landon Do Business, we pitch Billy Mitchell on the business opportunity of a lifetime to become a business deity, aka Business Jesus, aka Big Busy G. Jay?
Either
Not
way.
bad. Not bad for being sleepy. I got to tell you, Nathan, I'm really liking these Sunday morning record sessions. It's a really nice way to loosen things up and start the day right.
Yeah, you know it.
For those of you joining us, hello. How are you? What are you doing here? Please put on some clothes for the love of God. You've joined a business podcast in a state of semi-undress. It's a business podcast starring myself, Landon, and the one, the only goat farmer, Nathan.
My name is Nathan, and I'm out there farming goats every day.
Yeah. What's the word on the goat streets, Nathan?
You know, I used to work with this woman whose husband ran this like goat yoga thing,
I've
and they
heard
had
of
like these
that.
small goats that would like jump on people as they're trying to do yoga or whatever. Like it
Yeah.
was a whole thing. It was one of the weirder things I've ever encountered.
Goat yoga. It'd be better if it was the other way around, where the goats are trying to do yoga and humans are climbing all over them.
Yeah.
I feel like if you flip that script, it'd be much more fun. Or, what if it's like a two-part thing where each are trying to mess up the respective group's yoga session? So like the humans start doing yoga first, and the goats start, attacking them, and they get points for however many times they catch a person off balance or make them cry or whatever. And then afterwards, the goats have to do it, and the humans have to try and distract them. It's like a competition.
And then whichever team loses gets eaten by the other team.
Yes. These adorable baby goats get an insatiable lust for human flesh
Yeah.
following goat yoga. All right, kids, your father and I are going out to do goat yoga. We might not come back. We just
Yeah.
want you to know we love you very much.
We may be mercilessly slaughtered and eaten by pygmy goats.
Just know we died as we lived, being insufferable yoga enthusiasts.
That fortune teller was right.
That's one of my favorite things to exclaim. That fortune teller was right. Oh, Nathan, by the way, I have to tell you, I recount this story all the time of yours about the travelers. I don't think are allowed to call them gypsies anymore, about how,
Yeah.
travelers, when you're in Brazil, one of their ploys to rob you is to throw a baby at you. And then when you catch it, they pickpocket you.
Yeah.
And I'd love to I say, like, well, the strategy is, and crediting you, of course, for inventing this. The strategy is when someone throws a baby at you, you look them straight in the eye and you smack it down and you say, I don't think so. Yeah.
That's how you gotta do it.
Um, exactly. It always brings the house down. It's that's how I know who I'm dealing with when I tell that story and they get a laugh out of it.
If you don't laugh at that, I'm sorry. We cannot be friends.
We can't. Exactly. Rejected. Yeah. So yeah, this is a business podcast. We talk about a lot of things. We talk about goat yoga. We talk about baby crime and in business. And last week we were talking about big business Jesus himself, Mr. Billy Mitchell. Oh, Billy, 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 Billy.
He's quite a character. I did a little more research on him. Did some backgrounding to facilitate my pitch today, which I'm warning you ahead of time. Take some weird turns. I'm not sure how we're going to tie this together, but we'll find a way.
Well,
We always do.
well, here's the best part is I've done I didn't even use half of my ass this week. I used a quarter of my ass, and so a lot of the work I have is very much a work in progress. And so maybe what we can do is take a look at your pitch, and we can update my materials based on what you've uncovered.
Sure.
Yeah. So here's the other thing that gets me really excited this week. This is the first time ever, I think, that there's a possibility that some of our ideas could actually make it into market because Billy Mitchell has a Cameo channel where, for money, in exchange for money, he will say or do pretty much anything that we ask him to. And the price is pretty reasonable. It's $60, and he'll record a minute-long video for us.
We can squeeze a lot into that 1 minute.
Oh yeah, I've written a minute script. I got a 60-second spot right here. I got it all worked out.
I've got $60 burning a hole in my pocket. So
Me too. What else was I going to spend it on? Gum, pogs,
food for
I'm
my children.
yeah, exactly. I'm an idiot. I would only waste it on things that would destroy my body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's take a look at it, Nathan. I'm going to go ahead and grant you permission to share your screen because I am a Zoom tyrant.
I feel so blessed now.
Yeah. Proceed. That's how a fancy person talks. Yes. 1,000 times yes, Nathan.
All right, gotta get my windows lined up correctly here.
Perfect.
All right. So Mr. Billy Mitchell. So first I wanted to recap a little bit about what we were talking about last week. Because who is this Billy Mitchell? We need to look at our target here. What do we know about him? So what we do know is he is fond of self-aggrandizement.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He has a loose relationship with the truth.
Yeah. A bit tenuous.
Yeah. He has a lot of free time on his hands,
Mm-hmm.
as evidenced by his video game obsession and stuff, but also just everything else he does. He clearly is not a busy man. But he does have the stamina to accomplish those goals. I mean, you don't get to earning and then losing world records in video games by not sticking to things. So
Exactly. Yeah.
And he wants to be number one. This is a man who's dedicated to being on top.
Yeah.
He likes American flag ties.
I noticed that too.
It's easier, or what is it? It's very hard to find a picture of him without an American flag tie. It's much easier to find with than without. So
Yes.
He's over 35 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I peg him at 58, according to the Google.
Yeah.
He's probably a U.S. citizen. Couldn't be bothered to look that one up, but probably.
With that haircut, he could be from Romania.
Yeah. And he's resided in the U.S. for over 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
So with those qualifications, like, he's pretty well qualified, but there's only one reasonable conclusion, which is he's going to be president.
Yes.
He is well qualified to run this country.
I concur. Is there some kind of form you'd like me to sign or money you'd like me to donate? Because I'm ready right now after that.
Yeah, so it's not an easy route to become president, right? And there actually is kind of a clock on this. We might need to hurry because there's another Billy Mitchell out there who's coming up in the political world. So we need to be first to market because this guy here, Billy Mitchell, like, he has actual credentials and stuff. He's like doing pretty well for himself. So we need to beat this guy.
There's going to be a Billy Mitchell convergence at some point.
Yeah. So you just wait till he comes to face with our Billy, because there can be only one.
Yes.
I tried to get AI to make me a Highlander Billy Mitchell like hybrid, where he fights off other Billy Mitchells with a sword, and I could not get it to cooperate or even come up with the American flag tie. That is as close as I could get.
I like it. It has like a swashbuckling feel to it. It's very nice.
It's kind of a pirate.
Yeah.
So
Yar.
Needless to say, we're not afraid of the competition. Like, there's only one true Billy Mitchell.
Yeah.
And so once presumably he's secured the title of Billiest Mitchell, what comes next? So here's my thought. So the quickest way to become president, based on what I've seen play out in the last couple of years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like our current president is, I mean, his path was be in politics for like 326 years. Like, I don't have time for that.
No.
Nowadays, we can't just sit around and wait decades for someone to become president. So I figured there's maybe like other presidents that we could look to see what it takes to run this country.
Okay.
So a lack of political experience, first off. I mean, that's Billy Mitchell all over. He has no experience.
Yeah,
Apparently
no
that's a good thing.
baggage. Yeah, no baggage. Yeah.
Willing to say anything to get ahead. I mean, obviously he's willing to do that. He'll say anything to get himself attention and further his goals.
For $60.
Yeah. Be able to capture the minds and hearts of crazy people. And so he's already shown he can get like any number of insecure, mentally unstable people like to join his cause and lie
Mhm.
for him. And so like fleecing the entire country, like that just takes it up another level. So I'm confident that he can do that.
Yeah.
Loves to sue people. Like he's as sue happy as they come. So
Yeah. It's like his third profession, restaurateur, video game guy, and annoyance lawsuit filer.
yeah. And having your own reality TV show. So this I think is the big one. Because all the other like scumbags out there who are trying to follow the Trump playbook, like
Mhm.
they're like way too focused on just being morally reprehensible people.
Yeah.
What they don't realize, the secret sauce, if you will, is a reality TV show. And that's how
Mhm.
we're going to win because we're going to make a reality TV game show based around Billy.
Ooh.
I'm tentatively calling this King of Con. Like we can come up
Mhm.
with better names because this joke has been used before. But
Yeah.
basically, here's the idea. Um, so each season, Billy has like a group of fledgling con artists that he can mentor in the art of the grift.
Ooh.
And then he assigns each episode, he assigns them a mark and a con. And then, budget permitting, a flim flam or bamboozle. So we can come up with all sorts of crazy situations to put him in. Like maybe he needs to convince people that he's like the Emperor of Greenland, sole monarch over its 52,000 inhabitants. And then
Mm.
we like make him go get a library card or something. Like, I don't know, but we can brainstorm that later. But
Yeah, that's
so then,
true. And it's important to delineate whether it's going to be a flim flam or a bamboozle because we're talking the delta between those is tens of thousands of dollars. The
yeah,
bamboozle, I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound on that one.
yeah. So then through the course of the episode, Billy and the contestants run their assigned scam. Um, and then the audience gets to vote. They get to dial in and eliminate the least convincing con artist, just like American Idol, which drives viewer engagement. So we got to get people excited, get them on board for this.
Yep.
Um, and then in season finale, Billy himself competes against the last contestant standing. So they can challenge him to be the king of con.
Oh, and he's going to win because Billy Mitchell, as he states several times, always has a plan. Even when you don't realize he's doing it, he's forming a plan. He's probably forming a plan about us as we speak right now.
I assume so.
Yes.
So see, America's shown like we're hungry for a con artist president. So why shouldn't that be like Mr. Billifer Mitchell? So and as a bonus, this gives us like inside knowledge of like his methods and like his MO. And
Hmm.
I'm assuming blackmail material. And so when he inevitably becomes president, we can use that blackmail material for blackmail. And then we get us that blimp.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
All roads lead to the blimp.
yeah, I put this like incredibly realistic image that I created, like just to give us focus and like help it manifest in the universe or whatever.
Yeah. The way my arms are hanging, it looks like I'm about to lose consciousness. Like
Out of excitement.
exactly. Oh my God, a blimp. Yeah. I do like the idea of collecting blackmail material for actual blackmail. We can have our own Manchurian blimp-driven candidate.
Yeah. But that's a digression. But back to the game. The winner is crowned King of Con, and they're awarded Billy's coveted gilded crown and ceremonial flag necktie.
Yes.
And then the loser has like a consolation prize of Billy's hot sauce, and we like, I don't know, make him drink it or something. So I just found this image of him looking very upset in front of his hot sauce, and I had to include it. So
it's the perfect image for this.
yeah. Um. So once we get this up and running, it's like a pretty simple matter, I think, to parlay that notoriety into political career. So
Yeah.
like once we give him a microphone and like just cut him loose, I'm pretty sure the lunatic fringe will embrace him as one of their own.
Yeah.
And like apparently they're running the show these days, so they'll put him in power.
As long as he hurts the feelings of people they don't like.
Yeah. And he will do that.
He will.
And so, yeah, that's my idea in a nutshell. Billy for president. I'm assuming it's probably too late for this election cycle, but Billy for president 28.
You know,
And
it's never too late.
apparently his, even when he's president, his press conferences will like be held in the middle of random streets, I assume. So
Yeah, some like Hilton Garden Inn that he infiltrates and gives a surprise press conference.
yeah.
Ha!
And
No
he's
one
got a nice
expects.
festive sash. His gilded crown, of course, I assume he'll wear all the time.
Yeah. Did I win a beauty pageant or did I become elected president? Only time will tell. Wouldn't that be funny if that was his plan all along, is he's actually running right now under a different name or different identity? And he reveals himself. He's like, it was me, Billy Mitchell, all along.
So yeah, that's my plan, is to leverage a reality TV show to catapult him into office.
See, I like this because there's a couple of things we can do now to tighten this up based on your vision of Billy Mitchell as president. First, I kind of wanted to show you. So like, we were talking like yesterday about using like TV and I'm sorry, not TV, T-shirts and clothing,
Yeah.
merchandising to help kickstart his whatever happens next, his funding. I think T-shirts might be a good spot for us. So I put together just a couple of options for us for T-shirts, and I think this will be good for us because I don't know if you've seen this, but I've noticed this in the bowels of Twitter or X, or whatever the hell they're calling it now. A lot of religious, politically driven like iconography around Trump. Do you see that picture of Trump sitting in court with Jesus sitting next to him?
Yeah.
So this is a good next step for us too. Like let's position Billy Mitchell maybe as some kind of like Christ-like figure, because the lunatic fringe will likely eat that up as well, especially position him as someone who's on their side and hates their enemies.
Absolutely.
But I'm thinking maybe it might be a good idea to include some political language, so like we can adjust this and edit it on the fly. So let me show you what I got. I think this would be a great way to kickstart his campaign. He is the chosen one who will solve all of our problems. So trigger warning, this one's a little bit gory. It's a little bit scary. So here we have Billy Mitchell on the cross.
Nice.
So, yeah.
The flag is a nice touch.
Yeah, it's the one consistent.
Yeah.
I like that it's showing here that no matter what's going on in his life, even though he's nailed to this thing and it's a crown of thorns, he's still upbeat. Billy Mitchell always has a plan.
Yeah.
And so the way this could play out in a T-shirt, and I'm open to updates on the slogan here, is Billy Mitchell died for his plan. But again, maybe it could be just something different about like a political slogan, like Billy Mitchell owns the libs.
He died to own the libs.
Yeah. Let's see how that looks. Let's just try that on for size real quick.
Might be a little long.
Yeah. That works. There we go. Making the spacing right there. Died to own the libs. we can marinate on this a bit. We have some different ideas where we can come back. I just wanted to float this by really quickly. But as I mentioned, this one's kind of a bummer. This is a downer, right? This is Billy Mitchell at his lowest. This is at the point where you can tell by the expression on his face, he's got a trick or two up his sleeve, but still, he's nailed to a plank. Like, how many options does he have? So this is the before. What if we did the after? Billy Mitchell emerging from the tomb. Something I've always wanted to highlight, Nathan. I've never talked about this. I always thought it was funny how daintily Jesus is stepping out of the tomb. Like he's kind of tiptoeing out, like not to wake anybody up.
Well, it's Sunday morning. He doesn't want to disrupt anybody.
It looks like he's sneaking out on Christmas morning to look at the presents, the way he's like tiptoeing out. Oh, don't tell, I'm coming out.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a more hopeful image, right?
Yeah.
And it also plays nicely into Billy Mitchell's identity and ethos, because the slogan here it's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, he does always have that plan.
Exactly. Yeah, he was here before, but Billy Mitchell always has a plan. He's coming out of that tomb on the third day because he's Billy Mitchell.
You can make a shirt with the before and after on the front and back. So.
I think that's the winner. So like on the back, it's the crucified one. It says Billy Mitchell, and on the front it says always has a plan. So it's like an emotional journey when you walk around this person.
Yeah.
Oh man. And also this is like this is a slam dunk because you can have like missionaries on the street. Like, did you know Billy Mitchell has a special plan for you and your family? And they could be wearing these shirts.
Yeah. That's money in our pocket too. So
Yeah. So I'm thinking we pitched this shirt to Billy Mitchell. Well, actually, let's gut check this for a moment. How offended do we think Billy Mitchell will be by blasphemy?
um well, if he's anything like a lot of the religious right these days, he pretends to be on board with like the whole Jesus thing, but
Yeah.
is willing to drop it immediately if it like inconveniences them for a second. So
Yeah. Okay. You're right. I think this is fine. I think it's okay for us to highlight Billy Mitchell and his plan-loving nature. Let's send it to him. Speaking of which, I know I mentioned this earlier. We might want to tweak this a little bit, given the angle I took it on. But I wrote a 60-second script for Billy Mitchell. And again, this is mainly meant to line our coffers and make us some money. But I was positioning him as the pitch man for our pet subscription service.
yeah, I didn't
We're
touch on
going,
that at all in mine. So
that's okay. That's okay. But I'll do a dramatic read really quickly. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring the picture of Billy Mitchell stepping out of the tomb as I'm doing this because I feel like that's a nice visual reference as I'm reading this script. There we go. Billy Mitchell stepping out, Billy. So let's see here. Let us read this. All right, you ready? Oh, I think I lost you, Nathan. Oh, you back?
yeah,
Sorry about that. I will edit that out, or will I? All right, Nathan. So I think this is what I'll do. I think this is a nice reference image to gaze upon on Billy as he emerges from the tomb as I read
yeah,
this 60-second script. So let me set the stage. So we have Billy Mitchell standing in front of a giant American flag waving in the background. Before he speaks, there's the stars on the flag start to transform into tiny bark dogs that bark throughout the entire video in the background. And you think it'll be annoying, but it's not. So just picture that flag waving, barking dogs, then the star should be. So Billy Mitchell comes in and says, Billy Mitchell here, the gaming legend and famous plan maker, here on behalf of Uncle Nathan and cousin Landon, beloved American entrepreneurs and raconteurs. Are you tired of stupid pets that only know how to eat, walk, and occasionally defecate? Then all of a sudden we cut to a montage of pets with wheels, rockets, propellers, chest cannons, just flying across the screen quickly. And Billy says, well, those days are behind you. Introducing Uncle Nathan and Cousin Landon's down-home pet subscription service. Ever dreamt of a pet so big you can ride it to work on a comfy saddle or destroy your enemies through maritime warfare? Well, wake up, sleepyhead. Dreams are for idiots. The perfect pet is here, and you should buy one today. And each one comes with a kick, a bottle of my signature hot sauce. Nathan and Landon weren't aware about this until just now. And then it cuts to a picture of us scowling. But it's like, it's like, Billy, you little scamp.
ah, Billy.
I can't believe you pulled this over on me. And then that's another point people will love that because Billy's owning us, the libs.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it cuts to us scowling, and Billy Mitchell laughs as animated hot sauce bottles fly across the screen. And then it says, all right. And so he says, okay. Wait, where's my script is different. Oh, here we go. Okay, so he
Billy's hacked
says,
us.
yeah, he did. So it says, charges for maintaining your incredible pet? Worry not. They are applied directly to your Amazon account. What a time to be alive. And speaking of living, and then it cuts to a shot of a dog looking up. Its eyes are all big. Billy says, can't pay your monthly fee? Well, let's just say you wouldn't want to see your little buddy go totally dead skis. Keep that subscription streak going, and there will be no tears in your household. No, sir. And then we have an animation of pets zooming across the screen with different customizations, and Billy shouting like in a Billy Mays style, rockets, propellers, chest-mounted cannons, the perfect way to turn your love into profit for me. And then he does like the double thumbs just like that.
Yeah.
And then it zooms out and it shows Billy holding a giant puppy with wheels. And he says, "What are you waiting for? If you've got the game to change your pet world, roll over to Nathan and Landon Pet Subscription.pizza and level up your life." Visit Nathan and Landon Pet Subscription.pizza now and be a part of the future. So that's the domain that I'd like to acquire. It's available and it's like $1.
Yeah, hopefully it's available.
Yeah.
We're not sure that somebody hasn't snatched that up already.
No, I'm going to go squat it really quickly. Yeah. So feedback. Should we adjust this at all to mention his presidency bid, or should we use this as one of his like ploys to get awareness as the front man of a soon to be extremely successful American entrepreneur story? I could go either way.
Yeah, I don't think we want people to know outright like what our long-term plan is to make him president of the free world, but
yeah. They will know.
Yeah, the American flag iconography is already pretty solid there. So
I agree. Okay, so why don't we do this then? So I'm gonna send this script. I'm gonna take out the on-screen direction, and I'm gonna send this to Billy and see if he will record it for us, because I will put in the time to make those motion graphics if he records this, because that would be incredible.
Nice.
And then let's just tell him this. Why not? I think this is a good thing for us to propose to him. Okay, sorry. I mean, America, Billy Mitchell has hacked our internet. We're having a really rough time.
Our ideas are too powerful.
They are.
They can't be contained by a broadband connection.
Yeah, they've destroyed the internet. So, but yeah, I'm going to send him this through email and offer him a pretty. Let's just say it's going to be a bargain. He's not going to want to pass this merchandising opportunity up. Yeah, I don't think Billy Mitchell knows it yet, but we're in business with Billy Mitchell.
Yeah, he'll be excited, I think.
I think so too.
And he has some time on his hands to actually respond to us. So.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be terrific. Nathan, this is great. We got a multi-pronged plan: merchandising, business spokesmanship, presidential candidacy. This is the three-prong attack to us owning a blimp.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a journey to get that blimp, but like we'll put in the time.
Exactly. And I figure like if we cast enough lines into the water, we're gonna get a bite. We're gonna get a blimp bite. Yeah. Maybe not today, but eventually. We'll get that blimp. Just put it out there. We're manifesting.
Yeah, we're getting that blimp.
Yeah. We're getting that blimp. So yeah, Nathan, really tremendous work today. Incredible vision.
Yeah, you as well.
Thank you.
I appreciate all the religious iconography photoshopping.
Yeah. Yeah. I felt horrible about it, especially the Billy Mitchell being crucified one, but here we are. Sometimes you have to offend a few deities if you want to succeed in business. Tune in next week where I offend Baal. Yeah. Anything else, Nathan, we want to hit on before we close up shop here for the week? Any special message you want to send to Billy or our dozens of fans out there?
No, I'm looking forward to having a sit down with Billy and going over the finer points of our plans.
Billiam.
I assume Billiam.
Yeah. Remember that one time in college, I wrote a fake letter to the editor that was signed William McBilly. And they published it.
Yeah. Willie McBilly.
I think that was probably the most excited you've ever seen me, is when I had that paper and I was like, look, they did it.
That was a very big day.
Very little has changed since then. It's still I reference that often.
We wrote so many letters to the editor and they published so few of them.
I know. That one somehow threaded that needle of being absurd, but sincere enough that it got published.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brought it all together at the end with Willie McBilly. Oh man. So Billy Mitchell, you too could be a Willie McBilly. Yeah. All right. Well, Nathan, as always, this has been a real pleasure. I look forward to us being sued by Billy Mitchell.
That's also inevitable. But
Yeah, he's gonna be devastated to know I own nothing.
yeah. Joke's on him. I'm broke.
Exactly. Can't take away nothing.
Yeah.
So anyways, Billy, we look forward to hearing from you. And America, get ready for your new Reign of Terror by none other than Billy Mitchell. And get
It's
ready for
coming.
that. It's coming. It's coming, and it will be devastating. So yeah, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, all that. See you, everybody.